Hello guys, this is Sedat. Today we will talk about the Precice method. First of all, what is Precice and why patients choose the Precice method. Precice method is a magnetic system with only a nail in the bone inside. The lengthening takes a place with the ERC controller and the whole system working magnetic. Precice method have a lot of benefits. First of all, it's just a nail in the bone inside. It's really comfortable during lengthening. The patient can sleep on his side. The patient can get shower. And also we have really less infection risk because there's nothing on the outside, no open wounds during lengthening. Another important point is with the Precice method, the patient have really less scars. With the Precice also, we can increase the recovery. The recovery with the Precice method is really fast because we can do with the Precice method different physiotherapy treatments. For example, Alter G. We can use, especially for the femurs, upper legs, the anti-gravity treadmill, which will increase the recovery, especially during lengthening and also after the lengthening and the recovery phase. Also, we can do hydrotherapy with the Precice method, which will increase the recovery as well. Guys, as you can see, we can do many physiotherapy treatments and we have really different options with the Precice method. The Precice method have 3 different nail diameters. The thinnest nail, the Precice, is the 8.5. The middle of them is the 10.7 and the biggest nail of the Precice is 12.5. According to the patient bone canal, the surgeon will decide it before the surgery with some X-ray which nail diameter he can use for the patient bone. But the Precice method have also some disadvantages. For example, it's not suitable for everybody, and because of the cost, it's more expensive than the Lon method. Patient asking why the Precice is expensive and the Lon method is cheap. Imagine guys, we have 2 cars, one of them expensive and the other one is cheap. But both of them is car and you can drive with both of them. The most important thing, what is different here, maybe the expensive one is more comfortable or material quality is different and because of that is the car expensive. This is the same also for the Precice and the LON. Precice is a magnetic system and it's a closed system and you have a lot of benefits and for sure is the price also different than other methods. But the most important thing to know is guys about the Precice method. The Precice method is the best lengthening technology worldwide. And you can never buy quality for cheap. So now let's listen to our patients' reasons why they choose Precice method for their lengthening journey.
Well, in deciding to choose the Precice, it was first thinking about what my ultimate goal was going to be. So if I were to calculate the fixator on the femur or the tibia and how much I would be able to lengthen with one of those, would that be enough to achieve what I visualize as my goal height? And the answer in my case, for either one was no. I wouldn't be able to just do one. I knew I would have to, do at least 2 to get to my goal height. So that's when I started looking at the quad as an option of doing it, getting my goal height, and just being here for 3 months, as opposed to having to come back, doing it, 3 months and then another 3 months with the recovery time in between. It's a long time. So I figured do the quad, get my goal height faster. In essence, I'm buying time. So that's why I chose it. Well, both Precice, it was a budget issue. It's a lot more money to do both Precice. But just looking at what the fixator looks like here as opposed to there, I chose it to be there. I just thought it'd be easier to go through 3 months with the fixator there as opposed to here, with the shorts cut open and, less being able to, less mobility in bed and stuff. It just looks more difficult to deal with it like that. So that's why I chose Precice here, Fixator and Tibia.
Also der Grund, warum ich Precice gewählt habe, ist, es hat weniger Narben an den Beinen. Es ist sicherer und einfacher, für mich persönlich. Wie ihr hier seht, hier habe ich diese Lohnmethode gehabt. Hier habe ich mehrere Narben, die natürlich mit der Zeit auch weniger werden. Man kann auch später mit kleinen Schönheitsoperationen diese Narben vielleicht verkleinern oder entfernen lassen. Hier habe ich ja diese Precice, hier habe ich nur 2 kleine Narben und die sind auch schon fast verheilt. Einen hier und einen hier auf der Seite. 3 kleine Punkte und Schmerzempfinden ist weniger. Es ist angenehmer, es ist sicherer. Die Lohnmethode ist auch natürlich sicher und gut. Leider hat es bei mir unten nicht reingepasst, da mein Knochenkanal zu dünn war. Deswegen muss ich diese Kombination machen. Hier Lohnmethode und hier Precice. Ich hätte natürlich mir gewünscht, dass ich beides Precice habe.
Because it's better in pretty much every way. I am currently bound to a wheelchair for the next little bit, and I wasn't able to figure out how I was going to even do LON while being in a wheelchair, so that's what made me start thinking about it. But then all of the benefits of Precice are just overwhelming. I mean, the scars are minimal, the whole process is a lot easier, the surgery is less invasive. I don't have rods coming out of my skin, stretching it apart as my legs get longer. There's also the safety issue, like there's less risk of infection, and there's also the fact that I can like do stuff like this. I can sit and be comfortable. I could sleep on my side, I could sleep on my stomach. It's amazing. And I know from experience with tibias that sleep is probably the most difficult part because it compounds all of the other stuff. Makes everything much more difficult when you're running low on sleep. So the thought of not sleeping and going through all of that again was very difficult. And if Precice can solve that, then it was a no-brainer.
一番が炎症ですね。そのインターネットでいろいろ調べていく中でですね、やっぱり骨延長はすごく魅力的な手術ではあるんですけど、やっぱり炎症とか、あと骨髄炎、そういったことが少しね、僕にとっては心配だったんですね。で、その中で一番そういうのが確率が低い、それはもうプリサイスっていうのがもう私個人素人でも分かるし、やっぱネットで調べてもそういう感じだったんで、それでプリサイスを選びました。
Mainly chose Precice because it's not associated to any pin pain, for example. And after having a conversation with Sedat, he just recommended me that it's the best way to go, especially when it comes to pain and overall swelling. And yeah, I just wanted 8 centimeters anyways from the beginning. So I think Precice was a good option for me.
Our first point that is inside, so you don't have anything outside. Everything is done inside, so you don't see and you don't have to wear the outside nail. And that's the first point. For me, it's more, I would say, it's more concerning infection for me. It was very important because everything is done inside. When it's done, you don't see it anymore. I can have normal life after just 2 months. You're supposed to walk normally with this system, which is crazy. And after we can wait 6 months, 1 year that the bones comes back, you know. And the other system to walk, it's like you cannot take the nail off until, so it's divide the time by 3 or 4, I would say. That's what is very good with this method. You don't lose time. It's very important for people working like me. It's very important.
プリサイスを選んだ理由は感染になりにくいっていうことと、あとハイドロセラピーが受けれるっていうことで、傷跡が少なく済むっていうことで、アルター G も経験できるっていうことと、女性なのでやっぱり傷跡が一番重要なポイントになりました。
Neden Precice seçtim? İlk görüşmeye de geldiğim zaman hastaları da görmüştüm. Halil'in sisteminde biraz derilerde yırtılma oluyordu. Yaralar biraz daha geç iyileşiyordu Precice sistemine göre. İlk sebep oydu. Daha sonrasında herhangi bir şey takılı olmadığı için vücudumda duş alabileceğim söylendi. Bu benim için çok büyük artı. Öbür türlü 3 ay duş alamıyoruz çünkü. Daha sonrasında yan dönebiliyorum, yan yatabiliyorum. O sebeplerden dolayı seçtim ki gayet de memnunum.
プリサイスの方が内部式なので外にピンが出ずに安心だと思ったからです。
So far, it's going amazing. Exactly, like the benefits are exactly what I expected, but then also the actual procedure itself was much more mild than what I experienced with the tibia surgery and what other people experience with their femur surgery. So it's at least as good, but much better really than what I expected.
Also die Precice-Anwendung war auch natürlich manchmal schwierig, weil ich diesen Punkt hier, da wo es kaputt ist, hier ist ein ganz kleiner Motor drin. Diesen Motor muss man mit dieser Maschine, zeige ich mal kurz, mit dieser Maschine, exakt da, wo dieses Loch hier drin ist, da muss diese kleine Fleck, wo wir hier gemalt haben, das ist dieser Motor drin.
大体も硬いも含めると、まあ大体の方は結構回復が早かったっていうのと、手術後大体3週間後ぐらいからシャワーを浴びることができました。で、ちょっとベンディングも大体の方が大変だったんですけども、硬いをした後はまあちょっと痛みは硬いの方が強かったんですけども、その分足がとても曲がりやすくて動かしやすいので、その辺はまあどちらも利点はあるかなと思います。
I mean, so far, I'm definitely growing. I'm definitely lengthening. I'm happy about that. But you know, for anyone thinking about doing this, you definitely gotta understand you're doing the quad, but it's double everything. That means it's double the work you gotta do, the therapy, double the pain. You know, you really should know what you're getting into. You know, so. It's a lot to deal with. It really is a lot. So in the end, if I get my goal, it'll be worth it. But my experience right now is it's a lot of work, a lot to deal with, a lot of swelling, a lot of pain, a lot of therapy, a lot of work, a lot of sleep deprivation, a lot of discomfort. You know, it's just you got to be mentally strong. You know, it's just a lot to deal with. It's just doubled everything. But you know, if you're gonna do all that growth in half the time, you know, I guess you'd have to think about that, expect that. So it'll all be worth it. But for right now, that's my experience. It's just a lot.
Very good, actually. I don't have pain in particular. It's just mainly stretching. Like it's it's getting very tight, but it's not like real pain, to be honest. So I'm very, very happy with that. And I can also walk. I can do all my stuff. I can work here from home. Yeah, overall it's a very good experience.
Şu ana kadar tecrübem yani güzel gidiyor. Zaman zaman ağrılarım oluyor. Zaman zaman uykusuzluklar yaşanıyor ama genel olarak memnunum. Yani bir daha olsa bir daha yaptırırdım açıkçası.
手術して最初の1日か2日はやっぱり少し痛み止め使ってコントロールはできてましたけど痛かったんですよ。そうするとこの痛みがいつ終わるのかなっていうのは正直思ったんですね。だから今はそんなに後悔してないけども、その1日2日目の時はこれが何ヶ月も続くのかなと思ったりして正直後悔しました。まあ今は全然大丈夫です。
Oh, I could easily tell you the Fixator is a lot more painful, a lot more uncomfortable. You know, if you can fit it in the budget to do the Precice is definitely the way to go. You know, I've ran into a few patients here that have done the quad Precice, double Precice, and they definitely seem to be getting around easier. Like right after the surgery too, they seem a lot more ahead of where I was after the surgery. So definitely, if you could do the Precice, you know, double, I would do the Precice double. That'd be the route to go. Yeah.
Oh, 100% LON. Yes, I honestly don't have any pain whatsoever with Precice, like none. Aside from the initial swelling at the beginning, which was already minimal, I sometimes forget I even had surgery. You know, the only thing that reminds me is that I'm in a wheelchair. Yeah.
To be honest, I was not expecting to have so much pain, but that's why maybe we could have done 2-3 more centimeters. But one more time was not the goal. The goal was to get this 6, 7, 8 even that we get in such a short time. So I understand it's painful because imagine you modify your body so quickly, so it's normal to have pain because the body is not used to have so much change in such a short time. So I knew it was going to be painful, we say that, but after this, when we stop, as soon as we stop the lengthening process, I was feeling good, almost. I say it was physiotherapy, it was normal, but it was very easy to support. Before, during the lengthening process, at the end, it was very, very painful because we modified, imagine, as you say, tibia and femur at the same time. So the knee in the middle was a nightmare, but the doctor told me this before, I was aware of it, and voila, after it was, I reached until it was not acceptable for me. but after he was now it's behind one more time, so you have to suffer a little bit. It's, as you say, it's not surgeries that you're doing every day like this.
Precice hat wirklich weniger wehgetan, weniger schmerzhaft. Es war auch angenehm und das war sehr gut.
Yani zaten bir kere Fixator yok. O çok büyük bir artı. Fixator'dan dolayı hani yürümede çok zorluk çeken oluyor. Görebiliyorum onu. Ama Precise'da öyle bir şey olmuyor yani hani ameliyatın ikinci, üçüncü gününden itibaren yürüyebilen insanları görüyorum. Çok rahat hareket eden insanları görebiliyorum. Ki aynı şekilde kendim de öyle oldum zaten.
もうなんかこう、いろんなネットで情報を調べてたらものすごく痛い、もう死にそうっていう感じな、もうそういうのが結構ネットで出てたんですけど、実際自分が受けてみてですね、その、痛み止めとかでコントロールしながらだったらそこまでこう、きついとか、もうそういうなんかもう絶対やりたくないとか、そう思うほどの痛みではなかったと思ってます。
Yeah, I thought it will be very, very tough, painful 2 to 3 months. But actually it's quite chill, like I thought I had way more pain, but it's actually just tight muscles, which is the only thing, which is obvious when you're getting stretched. But overall the pain is very, very manageable, which I didn't expect. Yeah, it's just like being here in Turkey. It's a bit boring, to be honest, like not gonna lie, but I think it's just 2 to 3 months to sacrifice, and yeah, the experience is okay, yeah.
最初私ここに来る前にロンホーで10センチ伸ばしたいなって考えてたんですけれども、ここにすでに滞在してた日本人の患者さんから電話でプリサイスを勧められて、でロンは結局女性でも半ズボンをちょっと横に切らないといけないということになったので、それでプリサイスを選びました。
Ben zaten alt üst yaptırdım. Hedefim 15 santim. Yani alt üst yaptıracağım için de hani Precice seçmem benim için daha iyi oldu. Neden? Çünkü hani bir tarafı Fixator, bir tarafı Precice. Yani gene 16-17 santime çıkabilirdi maksimum. Gerek yoktu bence. Maksimum 1 santim için değmezdi diye düşünüyorum.
延長してるという意味では同じだと思うんですけども、やっぱり皮膚の外にピンが出てる人に比べたら自由度が大きいし、水がついても安心だし、いろんなメリットがあると思います。そうね、その2センチは大きいんですけども、安全性の方が大事だと思いました。
やっぱりその炎症、骨髄炎、そこの確率をできるだけ減らしたいと思ってました。もうそれが一番で、正直な話、論法は何ですか、コスト的にはねいいと思うんですよ、プリサイスよりも。ただやっぱりそれよりお値段よりもやっぱり炎症、骨髄炎、そっちをできるだけ確率を減らしたかったんで論法を選びませんでした。
I was looking to length, I would say 8, 10 centimeter, maybe 12, but so quickly. You know me, I cannot spend 4 months, 5 months like this, you know. So for me, it was perfect because, as I told you, in 1 month and a half, I get 8 centimeters, and I was able to go back in France to work. So it's different goal, I would say. Me, the goal is to grow as much as possible in the shortest time as possible and to be able to walk as fast as possible. And for this, I think Precice method is very, very much more interesting than the long method. Because long method, I can understand, the process can be longer, but you have to be young. You can spend 6 months, 1 year to do that. Me, with my job, with my employee, it was not possible. So I would say for active people, I would say it's better to do Precice, I would say.
You feel this thing like it creaks, it makes noises, you know, it moves with you. It's like a little flexible, obviously, so it's just really, really uncomfortable. And sometimes they smack into each other when you walk. You know, you can't, like when you sleep, it gets tangled up and stuff. It's just, you know, an added thing that, unless you do this, you're not used to having something like that on your body. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I really, really hate the Fixator, but it's what's allowing me to grow, to lengthen. So, but I can't wait to have it taken off. I mean, the lengthening isn't really a big deal. You know, here it's like for the Precice, it's like a machine you put on, and it automatically does it using magnets. But for the tibia, it's easy too. It's just it's like a piece of metal you put here, and then you just turn it 90 degrees, and that's it. You're pretty much done for that lengthening. So the lengthening process itself is not difficult either way, but the Fixator versus the Precice, it's night and day. This is cumbersome, it's uncomfortable, it's heavy, you feel the extra weight on your leg. It's definitely very different.
Yeah, it's a little more annoying to put the machine on and just wait there for like 5 minutes at a time. But it's such a small price to pay for all the other benefits. I do like just being able to take out my key and go and be done. But yeah, if you think about it, the only reason that's possible is because you have crap sticking out of your bones, from your bones outside your legs, so it's not really worth it. But that's the only real inconvenience that Precice has over LON so far, is just the lengthening is a little bit longer, but you get used to it and it's not so bad.
Bei der Lohnmethode kann man gar keinen Fehler machen, weil es wird dir vorgegeben, dass man 4-mal am Tag dreht, 0,25 mm. Hier habe ich natürlich manchmal dieses Problem gehabt, dadurch, dass das gewachsen ist es immer ein bisschen hier die Farbe, oder dieser Motor verrutscht ja, die Farbe. Durch die Haut wird der geschoben, sage ich mal so. Und dadurch hat man manchmal das Problem gehabt, dass man das dann nicht exakt bekommen hat. Und kam auch mal vor, dass ich mal ein paar Millimeter Unterschied hatte, aber durch dieses X-Ray, sage ich mal, oder Röntgenaufnahme, konnten wir dann sehen, okay, hier ist ein bisschen kürzer, hier ist ein bisschen länger. Und das konnten wir dann ausgleichen mit der Zeit.
Yo, hayır. Yani gösterebilirim hatta. Yani şu şekilde, mesela burada izlerim var zaten. İzlerimin üzerine şu şekilde koyuyorum. Daha önceden makineyi göstermeye gelenler zaten çiziyorlar. Burada da zaten sağ olsun hani hemşireler falan da yardımcı oluyorlar. Hani bu şekilde koyuyorum. Oradan F1 tuşuna bastığımda 0.33 milim. Günde 3 kere uzatma yapıyorum. Herhangi bir sıkıntısı yok. Sadece Lon sisteme göre biraz daha uzun sürüyor. 3 dakika kadar sürüyor uzatması. Lon sistemde tek çevirişte oluyor.
Yani üst ve alt bacağın aynı anda mı yoksa aralıklarla mı?
Yani şöyle 2'şer saat aralıklarla uzatıyorum. Mesela alt bacaktan başlıyorum. 2 saat sonra üst bacağı uzatıyorum. O biraz daha ağrıyı kesiyor.
Die Namen stören mich persönlich nicht. Für mich ist es okay.
The scars are very, very, very impressive. Like non-existent impressive. Like it looks like a plastic surgeon worked on it. You know, I told the doctor that, so I wasn't expecting, I mean, I was expecting it to be good, but not that good. I mean, you could just tell, like in a year or something, that's going to be nothing. Like literally nothing. So the scars are, I couldn't be happier with that. It's like nothing. It's like nothing ever happened. So yeah, the doctor has really good hands.
Yara izlerim şöyle, yani gördüğüm kadarıyla yani gene Lon sistemiyle kıyaslayacağım. Lon sistemine göre zaten çok az yaram var. Yaralarım çok çabuk iyileşti. Zaten kesinlikle hani ben çikolatadır, şekerdir, o tarz şeyler kullanmadığım için biraz daha kolay iyileşiyor yaralarım. Yani memnunum. Yani herhangi bir sıkıntı yok yaralarımda da.
プリサイスの方が傷が小さいので、そういう意味でもプリサイスがいいと思います。
To be honest, we have those machines like the gravity machine. This makes it possible to weight bear and do all of the exercises there, which is great. And I think also you can weight bear it a bit, like you can walk around in the room, for example, without the crutches, which I do sometimes. But overall, it's not a big disadvantage, I would say. You should just not grab weights in the gym or something. That's important. But overall, I think it's not a big disadvantage.
Yani ben tam olarak verebiliyorum, yani aslında yürüyebiliyorum. Kendi başıma da yürüyebiliyorum. Yani desteksiz de yürüyebiliyorum. Zaten kol değneklerine geçtim. Walker'ı bırakıp. Daha sonrasında şu an tek başıma ayakta da durabiliyorum. Tek başıma yürüyebiliyorum yani.
That is the only downside for me of the LON versus of Precice versus LON, is that it's not strong enough for me to be able to stand. But the argument could be made that neither was LON, because I had issues with that too. So that's why I would still have chosen Precice for tibia if I could have done it. But really, being in a wheelchair is annoying, but it's not the worst thing in the world, and I can still get around. So it's a little bit more of a sacrifice for me, but there's plenty of people who are doing Precice and they can walk perfectly fine. So as long as you don't weigh too much, then you don't even have to worry about that.
Also ich hatte schon meine Bedenken, dass mein Körpergewicht war bei 92 Kilo und ich habe 15 Kilo abgenommen, bei 77 aktuell und Gewicht ist schon sehr, sehr wichtig, dass dieses Titan oder Platinum da drin auch dieses Gewicht halten kann. Aber ich konnte dann ganz normal gehen. Mittlerweile kann ich auch, bin ich in der Erholungsphase, Recovery und es wird jeden Tag besser. Wir gehen auch jetzt auch schwimmen. Hydrotherapie habe ich letztens gehabt. Ich kann endlich auch wieder duschen und ins Wasser gehen. Es ist super, sehr angenehm.
Yeah, no, I could weight bear with both. I could walk around.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a matter of comfort. Yeah, and the comfort here, you just feel it. It's way more uncomfortable down here because of that. So, but no, weight bearing, no, I could bear weight on both. Yeah, that's another big advantage of, I should have mentioned that about doing the tibia fixator here, because if I did the fixator up here, I couldn't use Alter G. That was huge in choosing that as well, because the Alter G is your biggest weapon in recovery is walking. So with the Alter G, it's like you unleash your biggest weapon, but it's like even more powerful because like you're not using crutches, nothing. You're actually walking. You know, it's helping you. You know, it's obviously absorbing some of your body weight, but it's the closest thing to walking normal without any assistance. So yeah, it's a very, very important machine to use for your recovery. Very important.
Alter G zaten onun sayesinde birazcık da Alter G çok güzel bir alet. Yani 2 kere bindim ama çok ciddi anlamda faydasını da gördüm.
Binmeden önce bindikten sonraki yürüme farkını hissedebiliyor.
Tabii ki. Ya belde bile açık şey oluyor. Hani yürüme farkını hissedebiliyorsunuz yani. Hani çünkü o kadar rahatlatıyor ki yürümenizi o makinenin içindeyken. Daha sonrasında zaten indiğiniz zaman da çok rahat bir şekilde yürüyebiliyorsunuz.
Also Alter G haben wir in der 6. Woche schon benutzt. Haben wir uns mal ausprobiert, ob wir das schaffen. Ist auch sehr angenehm. Da wird der Körpergewicht auf 20% reduziert. Das ist ja für die NASA auch gemacht worden. Und da kann man auch wirklich schwerelos ganz normal gehen, ob man gar keine Operation hätte, gar keine OP hätte. Und es war wirklich sehr, sehr gut, sehr angenehm. Also ich bin zwischen der Alter G und Hydrotherapie ein bisschen hin und her, weil das Wasser hat mich schon sehr, sehr gut getan. Beides ist aber sehr gut. Ich habe 2-mal die Woche Hydrotherapie und 4-mal die Woche habe ich mein Alter G. Und natürlich morgens habe ich dann jeden Tag meine Physiotherapie. Es ist sehr, sehr gut.
Tabii ki. Ama tekrar Precice'e gelirdim.
I mean, yes, 100% yes.
はい、そう思います。その安全性とか、あと延長してる時の自由度を考えたらプリサイスの方がずっといいと思います。全くないです。プリサイスの方がいいと思います。
Yeah, if I had money to do the double precise, I would do the double precise for sure, 100%.
Of course, Precice, of course, but maybe, to be honest, maybe I will do it in 2 times. That's what I'm wondering. You asked me the question. Maybe I will come 1 year to do femur and maybe 2 years after. But also, you know what? You cannot say that because now it's done. So it's easy to say that, but because when I came, I was so motivated that I say, why I should not do everything at the same time? Because you're focused on a long process, and then you say, wow, in 2-3 months I can be like 10 centimeters more. So it's easy to say that after. But when you are really motivated and you can afford it, you want the quadrilateral. Enfin, I think the quadrilateral. Me also, that's one of the questions I asked to the doctor. He say, yes, I do quadrilateral, but we don't do that often. It's a bit more painful. You have to be aware of this. I say, I understand, but after I make my calculation. So every millimeter per day, I say, wow, look, in 1 month and a half what I can get. So honestly, if I had to do that, I will do the same. To be honest. I didn't regret it because that was the only way to grow so fast. So me, I'm very happy with this. With the result to get this in 1 month and a half was very, very, very interesting.
そうですね、基本的にはプリサイスでしたいなとは思います。ただちょっとお値段がやっぱり価格差があるんで、そこも兼ねて検討したいと思います。
Yeah, I think if you have the money and if you only want to do 8 centimeters, Precice is definitely the way to go, and it's better than LON. I've talked to everyone who did LON here as well, and throughout everyone just told me that I can be very happy to do Precice, and everyone else said they would have done Precice if they would have gotten the money. So I think Precice is a better option than Ilhan for sure, yeah.
Also wenn ich jetzt nochmal die Möglichkeit hätte und es passen würde, ich würde definitiv Precice bevorziehen. Definitiv. Es ist angenehmer und weniger schmerzhaft.
Call me a